Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. And if you are new here, hi, my name is Minzy. Here on my channel, we talk a lot about fragrances. I love sharing and connecting with you guys through my olfactive journey or just by anything that I truly enjoy. So if that sounds like something you enjoy watching, then please consider to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out any of my video in the future. So I actually have been away from my YouTube, from filming for my YouTube channel for about a month. And the reasons I have been away is because I have personal health issue. And if you haven't followed my Instagram, I actually post about it on my personal account. I have an ectopic pregnancy, so for the last month I have been just focusing on, you know, taking care of myself and getting better. Yeah, eventually I would love to do a video to talk about my experience with the hope that it would be able to help someone out there. It is a unique health conditions in pregnancy, and it's actually very common. However, I don't think that it is shared among a lot of women because, to be honest with you guys, it's a difficult thing to even talk about it. And I wouldn't say that this experience haven't crushed me at all. In fact, I was crushed for the last month. Like, it's been really difficult for me, but just want to let you guys know that I am doing so much better right now, and I'm still trying to get better. And as soon as I feel like I'm ready, I would share my experience with you guys again. I want to do this because I really think it is something helpful for other women out there who might unfortunately going through the same thing that I went through. And if you are one of those women that unfortunately have an ectopic pregnancy, I just want you to know that you are not alone and things will get better. You just have to really focus on yourself, taking care of your health, not only physically but also mentally, because mental health, it plays such a big part in getting yourself better. But anyway, as you can see, I even have my hair cut really short. This is my way of dealing with pain and traumatic and traumatizing events in my life. Everyone deal with pain and dramatic event in different way. For me, this is how I handle pain. And guys, I did my makeup today and it makes me so happy. I love doing my makeup. It is one of the things that I feel like I do best. I love makeup as a form of art, of self-expressions, creativity, and self-care. It makes me feel like I am getting back to my normalcy, my normal everyday activity. You know, for others is painting, drawing, maybe do ceramic, singing, going out. To me, it is doing my makeup and sitting here doing video again. That activity makes me feel normal again, makes me feel like myself again. So yeah, the last one, it's just all about ectopic pregnancy, so I don't want to talk about it today. Instead, today I just want to focus on something positive, something that I'm always excited to talk about, something that I do best, which is talking about my most favorite thing in the whole wide world, which is fragrances. So yeah, today we are going to do a haul video. These are the fragrances that I bought myself after Essence. They have been arrived for quite some time, but I haven't even had a chance to really test them out. So this is strictly just a haul. There are some that I already wore for a couple of times, so I could tell you how I feel about them, but for the most part, these are brand new in my collections. I haven't been able to test them out at all. So yeah, let's do it. All right guys, the very first fragrance that I got in this haul right after the trip to Milan for Essence is Cedrè Figalia from Atelier Materi. And this is the bottle. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with this brand, but this brand have been around for a while, but I don't feel like a lot of people talk about this brand, which is such a shame. To me, this brand is so underrated. After rediscover them during Essence, I really fall in love with Atelier Materi. I find this brand to be very high quality, and then their fragrance offers are very unique. And one of the fragrances I fell in love in Essence is Cedrè Figalia, which is a big surprise for me because I have never been a fan of the note of fig. And as the name suggests, this fragrance is dedicated to the notes of fig and cedar. So the whole idea of this fragrance is to highlight the beauty, a different form of fig tree, which include the fruit, the stem, the tree, the leaf, the sap, like everything about fig tree. And fig is a note to me in the past I have been really struggling. I had not found a favorite fig fragrance until I tried Cedrè Figalia. Usually the fig to me pull a little too vegetal from me, and you know, the idea is fun usually, but I wouldn't want to wear something that's too vegetal on my skin. Now, this fragrance has vegetal touch in here, but to me it's a very wearable vegetal vibe, vegetal touch. It's not like too out there. Like, it still has a unique touch to it, but at the same time wearable. Now, I will do a full in-depth review on this fragrance because I love it so much. When I first got this fragrance in the mail, and it's about a month ago before I even found out about my ectopic pregnancy, I wore this fragrance straight up for 2 weeks. So I'm ready for a full in-depth review of this fragrance because I have tested it out very thoroughly, and I enjoy every second of myself wearing it. Again, this was launched this year. If I'm not wrong, I think they were launched around the time that Essence happened in Milan, which is in March. So it's a really brand new launch from the brand Atelier Materi. And honestly, I really want to try more from this brand, especially after I met them in Milan. If you watch my other video, you know how I feel about Atelier Materi. So yeah, I would do a full in-depth review on this fragrance, so stay tuned for that. But for now, I just wanted to let you guys know that I absolutely adore Cedrè Figalia. So yeah, we have Cedrè Figalia from Atelier Materi. Now, another fragrance I am going to talk about today is from one of my top favorite niche brand, and I have been obsessing over this brand. I feel like I'm talking about them a lot, not only on my YouTube channel, but also on my Instagram, and it is Jest from the brand Andrea Mac. Now guys, this fragrance is her very first gourmand creations for her own brand. Let me say it again. This is her very first gourmand creations for her own brand. If you know Andrea Mac, she is an artist, and her creations are to me, very artistic, but at the same time, wearable. I love her brands. I love a lot of fragrances in her collections, and I'm pretty surprised that she challenged herself to create a gourmand fragrance in her collection. When I think of Andrea Mac, I don't think of sweet. I don't think of gourmand. I think of something very dark, artistic. She's like Donatella Versace of the perfume industry. So when I think of her creations, I think of dark, mysterious, artistic, but I don't think of gourmand. So when she said she's going to create a gourmand fragrance for her collections, I was so excited. I really want to see what is her interpretations of gourmand, you know, in her own way. And of course, I'm not disappointed. Now, when I received this fragrance and I spray it on paper, to be honest with you guys, I struggle a little bit with the opening. The opening has a very prominent note of apple. And I'm actually not the biggest fan of apple in perfumes. I really don't care for that note. But to me, the star of the show is, of course, the middle part of this fragrance, which is when it starts drying down. What I get the most in Jest is something spicy, and I guess it's from the cardamom, and then the chocolate and the booziness from rum. And of course, we also have heliotrope and vanilla in here. And if you have been watching my video, you know that I'm a big fan of heliotrope in perfumes. I think heliotrope is such a genius note that always adds so much character, so much depth and roundness to a fragrance. And I can definitely pick up heliotrope in here. It goes so well with other notes. Again, for the apple notes, I'm not a big fan. I don't care for that note. Once other notes comes in, I'm just so in love. This is really, really good. Like, this is sweet, this is dessert, this is food-like, but in a very Andrea Mac way. So I really, really enjoy it. It's kind of remind me of Pavilion too, but in a gourmand way. It still have that dark, mysterious touch that is that I feel like a signature of Andrea Mac. I cannot wait to wear this one. In fact, I would try to wear this to test it out, a full wear test. In fact, I would like to wear this one like for a full wear test before the weather getting warmer and warmer. Yeah, I think we still have like about a couple weeks of a cool air. So I'm going to wear this one to work. And of course, I will come back with a full in-depth review of Jest from Andrea Mac. Alright guys, the next 4 fragrances I am going to talk about are from an Italian boutique, and it is called Amore. I love this boutique. They carry so many amazing Italian brands, and they have an amazing collections of gourmand fragrances in their store. I actually discovered Amore thanks to my best fraghead twinsy, Ashley Nguyen, here on Instagram. So thank you so much, Ashley, for introducing me to Amore because they are simply amazing. Now, this is my first time purchasing from them, but they are actually very popular among Facebook fragrance community. A lot of people already purchase from them because, like I said, they have a really gorgeous collections of gourmand fragrances from different many different beautiful Italian brands. Now, I just have to put this out there. My first purchasing experience with them is not the best because it took forever for my order to be shipped to my house, and which I understand because they are a small business, so everything is packed and handled by just the owner and I think a couple more people. So it is hard. It is hard for them to handle their business in-house. But yeah, after that, I got my order. Everything's fine. She even gave me a hand lotions. Oh, and when my order took too long to be shipped, I actually even messaged her on Amore's Instagram and she responded to me instantly. So to me, it's a really, really good communication, really good customer service. Hands down, one of the best customer service that I have been receiving from different fragrance boutiques. So shout out to them, shout out to their customer service. But yeah, I just have to put it out there because in case you guys purchasing anything from them and you might experience the same thing that I experienced, just know that it just takes them some time to pack and ship your package, but eventually it will be delivered to your house. If you want to check, just go ahead and message her on her Instagram. She will respond to you really, really quick. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk about these 4 fragrances. Now, the first fragrance I want to talk about is Leisure in Paradise by Simone Andreoli. And if you watch my video where I talk about my Esson experience, you know that I visited Simone Andreoli booth at Esson and I fell in love with so many of their fragrances. Now, this brand is not something new on the market. It has been doing really, really well in the community, especially on TikTok. A lot of people hype about this brand. Now, I have a thing for hype fragrances. When a fragrance is too hype on the internet, I just lost my interest, you know? Because to me, oftentimes, in my experience, when a fragrance is too hype on the internet, I set a very high expectations. And then when I tried a fragrance and when it did not meet my expectations, I was just so disappointed. And I feel like I overlook all of the good things, all of the good signs of that fragrance just because it did not meet my expectations. So when I see a fragrance that is too hype on the internet, I just completely, you know, cross it out from the list to try because I just don't want that to happen. I don't want that case to happen. So when the hype train kind of died down for this brand and I got the chance to try them in Milan, I feel much better about it. I feel much better about their fragrances. Now, I literally came to Simone Andreoli with no expectation. I was just there because I was curious about their fragrance. Since I have been hearing about their fragrances for quite some time. I think last year, this brand just blew up. I tried 3 different fragrances in a scent. I tried Don't Give Me Permissions, I think, Vice Bomb, and Leisure in Paradise. And this is my top favorite from this brand. So when I see that Amore's carry Leisure in Paradise, I go ahead and purchase from them. Oh, this fragrance, if you love gourmand, you have to try this one. This is to me a very sophisticated gourmand. Now, I haven't worn this one yet, so I couldn't tell you exactly how it smells. I need to wear a full wear test and then report back to you guys. But for me, my first impressions and the fact that I just smelled them in Milan, and when I went back home, I purchased it right away on Amore's, you can tell that I really, really adore this fragrance. To me, this is beautiful gourmand fragrance that you can wear year-round. I will definitely wear this one during summer too, and I cannot wait. I mean, it's called Leisure in Paradise. When I look at the name, I just think of the beach. To me, the beach is paradise. So yeah, we have Leisure in Paradise from Simone Andreoli. Now, the next three fragrances were introduced to me by, of course, again, Ashley Nguyen. She knows my taste, okay? So whatever that she said, she thinks I would love it, I went ahead and just purchased it. The next three fragrances I have never put my nose on before, and I literally blind bought them based on Ashley recommendations. That's how much I trust my bestie, okay? My frag head twinsy, Ashley. So anyway, the next fragrance I want to show you is Vanilla Crush from this brand called Cleam London. So I guess since it's called Cleam and they put London, I think this one is an English brand. Now, I have not heard a lot about this brand before. This is my first time trying this from them. But again, if you love a straight up gourmand vanilla, you will love this one. This is a 50 ml bottle. I think I pay $180 for this bottle, and I don't regret it. It smells so freaking good. To me, this fragrance is a perfect mixture of Indolti Holta, Bianco Latte from Giardini di Toscana, and Chusette Accident à Vanille. So if you love those three fragrances, you will get three of them in one fragrance. It has that beautiful popcorn lactonic vibe from Accident à Vanille. It has that beautiful musky floral touch from Indolti Holta, and of course it's had that milky mouth-watering vanilla from Bianco Latte. So again, if you love those three fragrances, and if you love a desserty, gourmand, straight up vanilla fragrance, check this fragrance out. It's so good. And I feel like the performance of this one is really good. I wore it one time only. Also, before I know exactly that I have an ectopic pregnancy, I do wear this one to work. I did wear this one to work, and it's beautiful. Yeah, I smell like a freaking delicious walking cupcake. So yeah, we have Vanilla Crush from Cleam London. Now, the next two fragrances I am going to talk about are from the brand Zeromolecole. I'm not sure how to say the name, but I will put the name down below in the description box for you. And again, they are recommended to me by Ashley. So let's talk about Tredici first. Tredici is a beautiful amber vanilla fragrance. Now, if you love amber, you should try this one. Again, I haven't tried this one at all. I just spray a little bit on the paper, but that's pretty much it. Oh, so good. Oh my God, I just spray on this paper right now. Yeah. It's ambery, and it also have this powdery touch to it. It smells a little bit herbal too. Kind of reminds me of Angelique Noir from Gleam. Also remind me of Dans Paris from Celine, but with a lot more amber. Gorgeous, gorgeous. It's pretty, to me, it's a really good price too. I don't remember exactly how much I paid for it, but with all the fragrances I'm talking about today that I purchased from Amorescence, I think their price are pretty decent, at a pretty decent point when it comes to niche fragrances. But yeah, if you love amber with a touch of powdery and a touch of something herbal, something floral, then go ahead and check out Tredici. Now, the next one is called Ulsa, and this is a tuberose fragrance. Oh my God. Now, see, this is why I trust Ashley. She knows exactly what I like. This is a more animalic tuberose type of fragrance. But please don't be afraid to try this. To me, this is an easier versions of Amafolia from Giardini di Toscana. If you love tuberose through and through, and you love that a little bit of that green animalic side of tuberose, check this one out. I'm gonna wear this one so much this summer too. I love it so much. It smells seductive in my opinion. So we have Ulsa from Zeromolecole. All right guys, the next two fragrances I am going to talk about, you guys will not be surprised, and I have been eyeing them ever since I came back from New York last year for Scent Explore. And these are from the brand Welton London. And I have here Jasmin Sacre and Iconic Amber Oud. Now, the fragrance I really want from Welton is Secret Amber, but they are out of stock from Max Aroma on Max Aroma website. So I go with my next two favorites from them, which is Iconic Amber Oud and Jasmin Sacre. Guys, Iconic Amber Oud, just like the name. This is a beautiful ambery, oudy fragrance. And the oud in here is a very westernized kind of oud. It's not skanky whatsoever. It's very smooth. It's just add that depth and that, you know, woody touch to this fragrance. And the amber bringing some sweetness and also some warmth and depth. This fragrance is, I feel like it's gonna be so beautiful for a date night or even like a black tie event. I would definitely wear this one when I dress up and I go out with my husband. Now, Jasmin Sacre to me kind of remind me of Mugler Alien. And I'm not saying that they smell the same, they don't smell the same, but to me, this have the same effect on me like when I smell Mugler Alien. This is a very dark, mysterious, sexy jasmine. This is a very spicy jasmine. So you have to like spicy jasmine, but at the same time, it's very refined. It's a more grown-up version of Alien from Mugler. If you love Alien from Mugler and you want something more grown-up, more sophisticated, more refined, then check out Jasmin Sacre. But yeah guys, I love Welton. I feel like they are so underrated. Their offers are amazing. I love their fragrances, and it's such a pleasure, it's such an honor for me to meet the brand owner and his wife. They are two amazing people that I really enjoy their company, enjoy talking to them and discuss about their fragrances. So if you haven't tried Welton London, then you should check them out. Now, the next fragrance I am going to talk about from Rosno Matu, and this is a brand new fragrance in their collection. This is number 8, Fruity Amber Exotic Musk. This fragrance, again, was launched this year. It's a really brand new fragrance from Rosno Matu. I smell it the first time again in Essence, and I think it was launched literally the end of March or beginning of April. I don't remember exactly, but again, I feel like this is just like launched a month ago. But anyway, I smelled this one in Milan. And to be honest with you guys, I wasn't very impressed with it when I smelled it in Milan. when I passed by their booth. This one has the note of pineapple and also apple. And you already know I don't care for apple, and I also don't care for pineapple in perfumes. I love pineapple. I love the fruit of pineapple, but I don't love how it smells in perfumes. I don't know, I just don't care for it. I just feel like it's too synthetic, it's too chemical, it's not like real pineapple to me. So I have never been a fan of pineapple in perfumes, and that's why I didn't really care for this fragrance. And then of course I came back and Zicho started carrying this fragrance, and according to them, this fragrance has been flying off the shelf. They can barely hold stock for number 8, which is such a surprise for me because this is brand new fragrance launched by Rosno Matu. No one talked about it yet. So how come it's already so popular? That's crazy. That means the people who smell it in store love how it smells on their body, you know, and it just trigger my curiosity. Now I wouldn't call it a high fragrance because no one talk about it online yet, so I'm still curious about it. That's why I got this bottle. And oh my god guys, I was wrong, okay? Again, I still don't care for the pineapple, but the pineapple is not everything in here. As you wear it, as you know, you go with your day and wear this one on your skin, this is so much more interesting than just a pineapple fragrance. And again guys, like I always say, make sure that you give a fragrance a full wear test before decide if you like it or not. Don't be like me. I always preach this, but I feel like I can forget what I'm preaching all the time, which is always just smell it in passing and forget about it if I don't like it. It's not a way to test out fragrance. If you want to test a fragrance thoroughly, you have to wear them a full wear test before decide if you like it or not. Because like I said, I don't care for this. I did not care for this in Essence, but right now I'm impressed and I feel like I'm gonna wear this a lot during summer. So yeah, we have Rosno Matu, number 8. All right guys, last but not least, this one I bought on a whim because I have been really curious about this brand, and I see Pika here on YouTube talk about one of their fragrances, and I just got curious. And I'm like, yes, I want to try this brand out, at least one fragrance. Because first of all, their bottles are just too pretty to pass on. And then the notes actually looks pretty good. But yeah, this is from the brand Loewe, and this is Ópera and El Teatro Real. I'm sorry, I butchered the name, but I think it's in Spanish, right? I don't know. Guys, please let me know down below how you say it. Anyway, this actually I think is already discontinued on their website. I found this on Joma Shop and I read the notes. I think it's pretty appealing to me, so that's why I decided to purchase this fragrance. This is a jasmine fragrance. To me, it has a little bit of that old school vintage classic touch, and I like it. I just think it smells very elevated, sophisticated, and elegant. This is something that I think my grandma would wear if she's still around. And I'm not saying that it's old. I I don't mean it in that way. What I mean is this is a fragrance that I imagine a very beautiful, sophisticated woman who have brain, taste, and class would wear. And that's how I think of my grandma, you know? I think she would rock this fragrance. It will smell so good on her, to be honest. Like, if she's still around, I would have given this fragrance to her. But yeah, this is the kind of woman I am aspire to become, you know? So I'm so happy to have this fragrance in my collection. Again, I just smell it on passing. I need to wear it on my body, and I will come back and report to you guys about this fragrance. But so far, I really, really like the way it smells. Is it a love? I'm not sure yet. Again, I have to wear it on my body to see how it works on my skin chemistry, to see how it smells in the air before I can tell you guys my true thought, my roundup opinion about a fragrance. So yeah, we have Loewe, and I will leave the name down below. But yeah guys, that is it for my video today. I hope you guys enjoy my haul. Personally, I really enjoy doing this video today, even though I struggle a little bit because it's been a while since I filmed a video. So, you know, it takes me some time to get used to talking in front of camera again. But I'm just really happy to just sit here and keep on my normal activity after a month of not being able to do anything. So, but yeah, let me know in the comment down below what fragrance you would love a full in-depth review of. But for sure, I will do Atelier, Materi, Cedrè, Figalia, full in-depth review. Jest from Andrea Mac, and then I think Leisure in Paradise. Yeah, those three are the one for sure I will do a full in-depth review of. But again, let me know what you guys think, which one you guys would love a full in-depth review of. And this one for sure I will wear it full wear test and report back to you guys. But yeah guys, that is it for today. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for being here with me. Until next time, goodbye.